But I was like, you know what, Hondas have good reputation. All my uncles own Hondas, my dad's owned Hondas, my mom's owned Hondas back in the day. So I was like, let's go check out the Honda dealership. And then this is before I even knew what an SI was, you know.
Right.
I saw it and I was like, why does that one look different from this one?
Right.
You know, and it was comparing the R18, the EX model versus the SI model, and obviously they have huge differences between them, like, you know, different wheels. Come with the, you know, the SI came with the HFP kit already, but it was a front HFP lip, and then there's other small stuff, you know. I was just like, man, that looks so cool.
Caught your eye.
I was like, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna try to get it, and then yeah, here we are today.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Alan. Alan, man, thank you so much for making time for us, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us then, what do you drive?
I drive a 2008 Honda Civic Si.
Nice. And how long have you had it for? Where did you pick it up?
Kind of a long story. I'm gonna try to keep it short. I actually purchased this car from Penske Honda off the 15 right here in Ontario. At the time, I wasn't even looking into buying an SI at the time. I just wanted a car from A to B. It was 2007, like late 2007, when I purchased this. It was actually my first car, and I've owned it ever since then. So about to 2008, I've got it, like, you know, right when the 2008s dropped. So what is that, 11 years now?
Yeah.
11 years. Yeah,
it's been a while, huh?
Yeah, I had to count that. Yeah, 11 years.
So
now.
You say you weren't really looking, but you end up stumbling at an SI.
Yeah.
Is your background Hondas, or how did that go about?
Okay, so to be quite honest, in all honesty, I was about to buy a Sun on TC. That was
Thank God you did it. I'm sorry if there's somebody out there watching that owns a TC and is so proud of it. I'm sorry, I was just kidding.
One of my good friends had a TC, like he was one of the first guys to get his license, so he got a sign TC. Kind of fell in love with it a little bit, but I was like, you know what, Hondas have good reputation. All my uncles own Hondas, my dad's owned Hondas, my mom's owned Hondas back in the day. So I was like, let's go check out the Honda dealership. Yeah, here we are today. Pretty much sold my Jordan collection, put a down payment on it, worked at Target for X amount of years, and was paying for this during high school. So that's
awesome, man. So tell us about your latest vision, because there's not much left of that stock once car.
Yeah.
I like it. What is your vision for it now?
It's honestly, it just comes down to my fun car. It's just my fun car. That's all it is. It's my fun car. It's just, you know, take it to the track a couple times, enjoy it, you know, go to a couple shows and meet something like that. But it's just purely my fun car. That's all it is. That's all I'm using it for. That's my vision, just to have fun with it, make it look cool at the same time. That's pretty much it.
So have you tracked it? Or is there plans of tracking it?
Yeah, okay. I brought it to the track about 4 times. Unfortunately, it's only at Chuckwalla. For some reason, every time I'm available to go to the track, it's always at Chuckwalla.
It's the closest one to you, so
that's it seems like the closest one. So it's only like a 2.5 hour drive away from me, so it's not too far. But yeah, definitely that. But many more track events later down the line for sure.
All right, Alan. So tell us, what do we got going on in the front?
So the front end, this is pretty much where the car is. So we have a Seeker front end conversion, the ultimate wide kit. This is the CF option. For the headlights, this is interesting because this is actually 2 headlights combined into one. So it's an OEM FD2 Type R headlight, obviously the outside, and the inside is the MDX Jewels from Acura. So there's both of them put together. VIS hood. This is actually, a lot of people have been asking me about this. It's kind of funny because they're like, why do you throw it on beat hood, you know? Well, it's more like, so it's like who it came from. You know, I just needed a hood really quick because I didn't have money to buy a hood, honestly. And one of the OGs back in the 8 Civic days, he was like, hey, you can have my hood. It's chilling in my friend's backyard. Just go pick it up. It's all yours.
Why not?
Why not? And so shout out to Mikey for that hood, you know? So, and plus I needed a CF hood to put my KSR bit on it. So it's easier to cut rather than a metal hood, right?
Right, and Famous seems right on point.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So, I mean, it's all right.
Okay, sweet, man. And so you say it's wider. So tell us a little bit about the fenders. What kind of fenders and how wide are they from stock?
So this is a Seeker fender also. So when you do purchase the Seeker kit, it comes with the fenders and then the front bumper. So these are pretty much widened FD2 fenders. I don't know the exact millimeters of it, but they said it's about 85 millimeters over stock.
Right.
So, you know, it houses a 18x11 ZE40 up front with a 295 30/18 tire.
Woo!
Yeah, so
11 on a Honda.
Yeah.
Times have changed, huh? That's
Yeah,
cool.
times has changed.
That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Just taking my time on it. You know, I actually purchased a Brembo TL Type S kit for the front, but
Hasn't gone on.
no, I actually sold it. Got it all nice, powder coated matte blue. Yeah, and I ended up not running it because the max rotor that you can run on that was I believe a 330, and I wanted to go a slightly bigger rotor since I'm going 18s in the front. So, you know, just aesthetics for my part. And then obviously, you know, braking, I mean, I'm not fast enough to, you know, put on a really big BBK in front for the track yet. So
Not yet.
So, you know, stock brakes do for now.
Tell us a little about the suspension setup that you have going on.
I have a full, so I used to work at Godspeed at like 4.5 years ago. I worked there for almost 4 years. It's full Godspeed suspension. So I'm still on the Godspeed Mono Max coilovers, Godspeed solid rear sway bar, and really that's it pretty much. And then PCI front LCA, no, the LCA bushings, and that's about it. Other than that, it's pretty much like suspension wise, it's all Godspeed, and then PCI front lower control arm bearings. That's it. Really simple.
And it's working fine after so many years?
Yeah, working fine. X amount of years. You know, I'm actually going to upgrade to the 2-way eventually, but the Mono Max has been doing well so far.
Awesome, man. The wheel is a square setup, right? So
yeah. No, it's actually not a square setup. It's a full staggered setup. So I'm running an 18x11 in the front, and then in the rear I'm running an 18x9.5 plus 22.
Nice.
With a 235 40 tire on the rear.
Interesting. Okay. And then you also went with the rear conversion?
Yeah, with the rear conversion. So it's a full OEM FD1 conversion. So you have the FD1 OEM lights, FD1 bumper, and then the rear lip. A lot of people mistaken this rear lip for an HFP lip, but it's actually a modulo rear lip. Interesting. Yeah. So so this is a full modulo rear end. So this is also a modulo rear spoiler. Yeah. So everything's in the rear is converted. JDM trunk, everything like that.
Now, what led you to actually do the conversion? Was it, did the car get into a fender bender and you're like, F it, let's do it?
Oh, okay. Actually before that, I mean, I did have, like, for people who know this car, it's like I've had the conversion like 3 times. I'm taking it off, and then I've never had the conversion on front and rear at the same time since my last setup with the emits. But that was like when I finally put it all together. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick to it. You know, instead of like putting, you know, back then people would pretty much sell their car parts in order to get another car part, right? And sometimes, you know, you let go of like, certain ones you have, and, you know, just because we have money, we didn't have money at the time, you know. So now that I can have the full conversion together, it actually makes it a lot better. So yeah, full OEM FD1 rear end. So that's about it. But going back on it, I did get into an accident probably, I believe this was around 2011, 2012. One of my rear tires blew out on the 60 freeway and actually hit a guardrail, slid out and hit a guardrail. So that kind of led me to, you know, get the whole panels refinished and everything like that. So I took it to my friend's shop, and then he pretty much, the rear is actually extended 35 millimeters in order to fit that such wide rear and wheel in the rear.
So subtle.
Yeah, so it's really subtle. You can't really tell it. Nice. Obviously, you know, over the years, you know, my dumbass has cracked it, but but other than that, I'll get it fixed, and then he's the one that's gonna actually paint my car and redo the whole thing again. So other than that,
talking about paint, is that in the works?
It is in the works. I'm down
sticking with black, or
no? I'm actually
hot pink.
Maybe a hot pink, or maybe like some periwinkle or something like that. Maybe that'll set it off, right? No, but I'm down to 3 colors right now.
Wow.
Yeah, down to 3 different colors. I don't know exactly which one I want to go with. But other than that, I still want to, you know, get new side skirts. I want to change up the rear slightly a little bit. Just because I know the rear is like a little bit subtle and the front's super aggressive. So I kind of want something to have a little bit more fluidity, I guess, in a sense. So I might do a Type R bumper in the rear, maybe, you know, something slightly more aggressive. But after that, then I want to paint it inside and out.
Inside and out.
So inside, interior, then outside. So full 9. Yeah.
That's fun. Have fun with that one.
Yeah, it will. It will be fun. It'll be fun. I mean, you still have my airbags and the door cards in there still, but other than that, all the roof liner is gone, the carpet's gone, all those stupid little things you see on the sides. But other than that, it's just a Pro Racer XL from Recaro. And mind you, I want to share something with you. So people that are above about 250 pounds, 6'1", and wears about a 36 to 38 waist, Recaro charges an extra $600 just for an XL in this pro Honda seat, and that's
so bad enough you're overweight.
Shaming. Yeah, that's fat
Not only
shaming.
you're overweight, the confidence is through the ground.
Yeah.
Let me build a race car so I can feel better about myself.
Exactly.
And they hit you with that
and they
tag.
hit you with that tag just because I'm bigger. I'm just like, because I don't fit in the regular one, so you have to pay $600 extra for the XL. So yes, this is an XL seat, so I feel bad. You know, everyone that's trying to buy the seat that's the same size, I feel for you. I feel for them, like seriously, because that was a big hit. I was like, oh, $600 just because I'm fat, that sucks. I know. And then, you know,
for the pro tip.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're in the market, hybrid racing cables, hybrid racing shifter. That shift knob is actually really special to me. It's a one of one. It's actually a full titanium shift knob. It was a custom made for me from my friend Aldo. So he's an OG 8th gen guy. Hasn't been in the cars. He has his own CNC shop down, I believe, in San Pedro, and he sent me that as a gift.
Wow.
He was like, hey, here you go. Happy birthday.
No biggie,
so,
right?
yeah, so that's a really special piece to me for sure. You know, saw bell steering wheel, and then that's actually Joe's old Energy quick release setup off his RSX.
Nice.
And I don't know why it works, so I don't need to change it out. But Joe always makes fun of me for that because you know, him and his authentic parts thing only.
Let's not talk about him.
Yeah,
This is a good day.
yeah, screw that guy. It's beautiful. Look at this.
It is a beautiful
It's
day.
nice outside. That's
So
very
let's not
true.
ruin it
Let's
by
not
him.
put negativity into this day. I'm so sorry for starting off the weekend like this.
All right,
But
man.
other than that, that's it. Pretty much it. Nothing
And what
else.
are the future plans for the interior?
Future plans for the interior? Eventually, hopefully do a full cage, because right now I'm only running a roll bar. Obviously my back, sorry, I have junk in the back, but there's a KSR vent that I was talking about. But yeah, I eventually want to get rid of the roll bar and just get it full caged. That's
Sweet.
plans, get it all painted. But other than that, keep being simple for the most part. All
right, man. So you were looking for reliability and a little bit of power, and I think that's what the SI offers. You're
Yes,
not gonna break any
definitely.
records, but at the same time, it's a beautiful car that you can be
Yes.
driving. Tell us a little bit what you've done. You've added to the engine compartment, and then some of the future plans.
Okay, so it's a really basic setup. So it's just an intake header exhaust. So this is still a stock RBC. What's noticeable difference, obviously, is my intake setup. So this is actually an Acura ZDX throttle body. There's a K-Tune spacer to a 4-inch intake. And this is also a hybrid racing intake filter. And then other than that, it's pretty much simple. So hybrid racing coolant lines, stock radiator and fans, hybrid racing fuel rail, custom fuel line setup. But other than that, it's pretty much stock. And then
So not that basic in our stock. That's
it's something a little bit in between. Full NA setup. Huge fan of NA power, but eventually want to go turbo. Eventually later down the line, more supercharged. I'm not sure, but this is fine for now. So once this blows up, then that's when hopefully the next motor build will start. But other than that, it makes me happy.
That's cool, man. That's it. That's pretty good.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, especially you took out what, maybe a couple 100 pounds?
Yeah, give or
So-
take. Yeah, give or take about 102 pounds. Probably a little bit less
But
than
then
that.
remember you're fat, so
Yeah, so kind of just,
I just
yeah, it
balance
sucks.
it out.
Yeah, it sucks because it's just like, if anything, I just cut away like 300 pounds off of it instead of like, you know, what.
Alrighty, Alan. So thank you so much for taking the time and sharing some of the specs in your car. Now, funny story, I actually found you when I was looking at a Type R front end. I don't own an SI, but
Yeah.
you know how it goes. And I saw the video of the headlight and I thought it was super interesting. And so I found your YouTube channel and then I found your Instagram page.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel. What can we expect when we search you know, some of your stuff?
So I started this channel probably about like 8-9 years ago when first started. It was just like small little things, so little videos of just like clips of us. Now the channel is mainly just to bring the comeback of his car, just kind of like, I guess, kind of a vlog style, you know, slash car build slash, you know, whatever, etc., miscellaneous. But that's pretty much my next content will be. I just recently started going back on YouTube, uploading new videos, so definitely for 2020 you'll see a lot of content from my page, indeed, for sure.
Also, you mean that like one video per every 3 months?
Yeah, that's about right. Maybe 4 months. I think you're stretching out a little bit too soon, but yeah, once every 4 months, but I'll make sure that's a pretty decent video for that time.
That's awesome, man. And so we already talked about some of the future plans for the car. Is there any some that maybe you forgot to mention?
Nothing. Not really.
Nothing.
I'm really simple. I just kind of go when I don't really like to plan too far ahead for this. This is a lifetime thing for me, so I'm taking my time on this one for sure.
That's awesome, man. Talk about shout outs.
Shout outs. My wife for putting me up with me for sure. And then all the Fidelo guys. My buddy Joe, my best friend Joe. I think without him, like a lot of this wouldn't happen today. A lot of the Fidelo stuff, a lot of the parts of this car wouldn't be without Joe. So huge shout out to him for sure. But other than that, everyone knows who they are. Shout out to everybody that supports me and everything like that. And
simple.
That's it.
Dude, Alan, pleasure meeting you, man.
Pleasure.
And can't wait for the car just to continue. Please document that.
Will do.
Because it's a good build. This is the type of builds I like. That they're very budgety, and so that's what the channel's all about, man. Not everybody has to have rare JDM parts like Joe, but
it's okay to have a little bit here and there, have a little flair. But Joe's extent compared to mine, we're like completely two different people. So I'm more on the budget and everything like that. But thank you, I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No, thank you, and can't wait to see the process with the car.
Definitely. Thanks, man.
You can get closer. I won't bite
cool. Yeah,
unless you want me to. Hey, it's too early for that shit. Oh, Joe didn't tell you? Never mind. Never mind.
You should have got some little bit more download on you before I told. I was like, Joe, where you at, man?